Why do men lie to get sex?
Because we want the pussy, man.
I love sex.
Pussy, man.
Ain't
Fuck
nothing like
hoes.
sex.
All these hoes the same.
Ain't
pussy
nothing like
pussy, my nigga. All these bitches the same, bro. Fuck it. We gon' fuck them and duck them, nigga. All of them. We gon' fuck them and duck them.
I don't love them. I don't chase them, I duck them.
We gon' fuck them and duck them. No cap.
They feel like if they can spin the truth, it'll help their scenario. I don't know. There's a million reasons. But I feel like the most is like they think with their dicks. Sorry, but I feel like y'all think with your dicks pretty hard.
Sorry, it's time to go. Men like to get sick because they're just trying to get it easy and they really want to get their dick sucked or some shit. But
I feel like they'll lie because like sometimes they want to make themselves look better or because they're hiding the baggage of the past. But girls are always going to dig out your past. They will look and contact your ex-girlfriends and your other ex-girlfriends before that just to find out more dirt on you. They don't stop getting information. That's the difference between men and women.
Why do men lie to get sex?
I wouldn't know. I've never had to lie about anything. But I think a lot of men do because they know that they probably haven't done shit worth doing in their lives, and they see other men around them that have done shit worth doing in their lives, and they compare themselves. I think they compare themselves to people they see on TV. I think they compare themselves to people they see on social media, especially once again with this new social media age coming out everywhere. I think men often compare themselves, which I don't think should be a thing. If you're a man, you should be proud of yourself for who you are. You matter. And if you can't find someone who likes you for that and who thinks you're worth it for that, then they're not worth your time in the first place.
Do you think women could handle 100% honesty from men?
No.
Why do you feel that way?
No one can handle 100% honesty from anyone.
Can women handle 100% honesty from men?
Fuck
no.
No. No.
Hell no. Why?
Because these hoes say they want the truth, but they can't handle the truth, man. You keep it all the way P, they get to crying and we don't want to hear that shit, man.
Send you a long text message where you got to send back K. You know what I'm saying? It ain't as deep as they think it is, man.
For sure.
I don't know. But I think if you're, an able-bodied woman and you can handle the truth, then I think you can accept honesty from a guy.
Oh yeah, I'd rather take honesty from a man than you leading me on. But all right, well, I'll back my last answer up because if there's a man that I'm really not interested in, when I'm talking to him face to face, like at a bar, I will let him know straight away.
Would you prefer a guy to be 100% honest with you or tell you what you want to hear?
I would want a guy to be honest with me.
So if a guy came up to you and said, hey, I think you're really cute, I'd love to take you out, spend some money on you, make you laugh and make you feel special, would you be open to fucking afterwards and possibly more? How would you react?
It would depend because it depends how that date goes, how that would go. If we're vibing and I have the right energy and you're giving me the right energy, then sure, yeah.
So if an attractive guy said that to you off rip, you're giving him the date?
If he said that to me like openly, I think I'd be like, I don't know. I would have to think about it. It would have to be like kind of in the moment situation.
So I never, I don't kiss a guy. I don't do anything physical with a guy on a first date. Even if I really like him, it's just more of you want to ease into it. So
what if I said instead of the first date, maybe we could do it on the third or the fourth?
I still might push it. It all depends on how I feel after that. It's about comfortability, I think. And once a girl feels comfortable and she feels like she can trust that guy, if she's dating him, if it's not a hookup, then, give it time. There's maybe not a perfect mathematical equation for it.
So is it safe enough to say that if you could make a girl feel really comfortable on the first date, that more than likely you'd get it?
If you can make a girl feel comfortable, more than likely you'll hear from her again. If she sleeps with you, that all depends.
No, I probably would be like, no. I'd probably walk away.
But when it comes on to dating, isn't that typically what happens though?
Yeah, no, when it comes to dating, and I might be a different type of girl, I don't know, maybe some girls can vibe with this, but if we're on a first date or we have our first, second, third interaction, what I want is for you to be slightly unavailable. Don't spill all the tea. Don't give me all the details. I want you to be, as unavailable to the point where, I'm guessing, and I don't want to, know that you want me, and then I'll be more attracted to you and willing to move farther physically and emotionally with you.
Is it fair for women to expect 100% honesty from men when they wear wigs, fake nails, have push-up bras, heels, makeup, etc.?
By this mean, I'd say women these days, they want to have the fake lips, the fake tits, the fake ass, this and that. It makes them feel good. But if we are not 100% honest with them, they're going to dig the truth out of you. Believe me, you can hide all you want, but the woman's going to always find out everything, man. They can get into your phone when you don't think they can get into your phone. They can get into your house when you don't think they can get into your house. I've seen it, man. These women are slick.
In my point of view, like, if I have a husband, if I was dating with another, like, they know that I'm getting my lips done. They know that I dye my hair blonde. Like, I'm not lying to them. I'm doing it because it makes me feel good about myself. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm not trying to be, like, someone that I'm not, but, like, it makes me happy to do these things. So I think that that's different than lying about what you're doing.
Is it fair for women to expect men to be honest when they wear wigs, fake nails, have fake boobs, push-up bras, high heels, things of that nature?
You know, that's a good question. I think men being honest is important. I think for a woman to walk around and say that, like, let's say catfishing and all that kind of stuff, that I don't like, because you can't mislead somebody into being with you. It's not okay. And in terms of, like, high heels and stuff like that, that to me isn't too bad. But yeah, like getting plastic surgery and saying, like, this is me naturally, or maybe, you know, being fake on social media, and then you meet her in real life and she's like, why do you not like me? And it's like, well, because you don't match your photographs. That's not okay. Don't lie to somebody about your appearance or who you are. Don't lie about things that you do. Don't lie about your job or anything like that. Just, women have to, it's equal to me. Women need to be honest, men need to be honest.
Have you ladies ever let a man on because you've enjoyed receiving attention from him?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, but then I do feel bad afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like solidification that it's like, okay, a guy is into me. Like, I'll download Hinge just to, like, make sure there's guys out there. I'll shop a little bit, window shop, and, like, make sure that I'm still hot. And then it's just like I won't do anything because I don't have the confidence to do it.
Like, I just ended something with somebody that I let on for like a month. And I get the satisfaction of, it's the short-term satisfaction of feeling wanted and feeling needed and feeling like, wow, like someone understands you.
No, my biggest problem is, like, I can't make somebody feel like that sense of making someone follow you and feel that sort of sense of attraction to me, and then just to walk away and sort of laugh about it. I don't have that in me. It just seems like I wouldn't want a guy to do that to me, so I can't do that to somebody else. And I'm a big believer in, like, what goes around comes around, so.
Have you ever let a guy on because you've enjoyed the attention you received from him?
Yeah, honestly, like, I have. Like, I think we've all been there where we're like, we've been in situations where, like, oh, that attention, like, I really crave it, and, like, we get it, and I'm like, it's been so long since I've received that, so you're just like, I love it. Like, that attention just feels good.
So it stems from a lack of intimacy?
Honestly, yeah, it does, because in this, like, scene, like, in this age and, like, this dating phase, like, there's so much lack of intimacy, like, real intimacy between two people. You're just like, this attention that you're receiving is like, wow, like, I have not felt this in so long. So you're just like, I miss this. Like, I miss this feeling of, like, actually being wanted and, you know, just feeling something. So yeah, obviously, of course.
If you're at the club, how do you approach a guy that you like?
We don't. He approaches us.
I accidentally bump into him. Or buy him a drink. I buy him a drink, actually.
I'm not approaching him. He can approach us first.
If a woman isn't going to shoot her shot, does that mean that she's just not that into him?
No.
What does it mean then?
It means that the guy, yeah, if the guy needs to come up to the girl, because that's just how it is, you know?
If you're at the club, how do you approach a guy that you're interested in?
I don't. I make really hard eye contact, and if that doesn't work, I'll tap him on the shoulder and say, "What are you drinking?"
How is a guy supposed to tell simply by making eye contact that you're interested in him?
You know, I give him the eyes, and if he looks away, I'm like, oh, he doesn't get the hint. So then I'll make eyes again, and then that's when I have to tap on the shoulder. So
why do most women prefer to send subtle hints instead of just being direct?
Because if
wants
a girl does that, then they're
towards you.
considered like, like a hoe or something like that.
So if a girl approaches a man, she's considered a hoe.
Kind of, yeah.
How about you?
I agree.
Why do you feel that way?
I just feel like if a guy wants a girl, then they'll come get them.
That's just the way it's supposed to be.
I feel like society has trained women in a sense to say, you know what? Like, let's let the man take charge. No, why would we do that? Fucking take charge. If there's a guy that I want to see and I want to talk to him, I'm going to talk to him.
Why do most women prefer to send subtle hints instead of just being direct?
We're too nice.
I'm too nervous. I'm way too nervous.
But I mean, when it comes on to a woman's career and education, she can be so assertive, right? Yeah. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But in dating, it's not really looked at that way. Why do you think that is?
You're just getting us right now.
You really are. Wow, you're getting real deep. I think as we are waiting for the guy to make the move, because we're that old school of we still have that in us, of that old school culture of the guys are gonna make their move, and we still want that a little bit. But even though that's not really 2022, so it's.
So it sounds like you're saying to me that times tend to change, right?
Yeah, but we're still stuck in the times at the same time.
So times tend to change.
Yeah.
A lot of women nowadays don't really want to play the stay-at-home mom role, quote unquote.
Never do that.
Yet a man is still expected to adhere to his old-time gender roles.
Yes.
So why do you think that's the case, where it changes for a woman, but when it comes on to a man, there's no leniency there?
I still feel like the man has his role of being I don't want to say the dominant, but being the dominant in the relationship in a way. We still want him to be.
So wouldn't that be fair to say that a woman has her role to be a stay-at-home mom, using that rhetoric?
No, I mean, yes, you can be a stay-at-home mom, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's a full-time job. It is a full-time job, but I choose not to because I don't want to do that.
If times can change for women when it comes on to gender roles, i.e. not being a stay-at-home mom, why are men still required to adhere to the same gender roles?
I will say, I hate that is maybe something that a lot of guys feel, because I know that I'm sure in certain places you feel that way. And I don't want to invalidate that. I have a brother, so, I hate that guys feel like they have to be a certain way. But in my opinion, I don't think guys should have gender roles either. If you want to be a stay-at-home dad and I make all the money, I'm okay with it. As long as I'm making bank doing what I like, I'm good. And for a guy if a guy wants to be a baker, or do something that's more feminine, or be a ballet instructor, or do choreography, solid. I think that's his choice. I respect a guy that has a passion for what he wants to do. Whatever that is, I'm always for it.
Why is it that men still have to adhere to those gender roles, whereas in a woman's case, they're free to do anything they want to?
You're not wrong. Men do have to adhere to those specific gender roles, and I think that is also starting to change. I think it's because men are still looked at more as I guess the protector type, the warrior type. It all actually comes down to essentially the hunter-gatherer. Men are the hunters. That's what we do. We hunt. We go out. We do the challenges. Men are built to do that.
Right. It's a gender role.
Exactly.
But wouldn't it be fair to say, using that same rhetoric, that women are built to do certain things?
I wouldn't say that they're built to do certain things. I think as an individual, you're built to do certain things. It depends on who you are. I think before it was gender roles, but I think as we're progressing, especially with a social media age, it's coming down to individual roles. In the military, we're allowing women in combat arms roles. That's a very new concept. Within the past 10 years, that even just became an idea, let alone started only being implemented probably within the past 6 or 7 years. I spent 5 years in the military, and one of the best infantrymen I've ever seen was actually a female.
Why do you think some women think they have the golden pussy when every woman has one?
I think women who think they have a golden pussy, if you do, good for you. I aspire every woman who, think that way. But honestly, pussy is pussy at the end of the day. It's going to be the same thing for men, but it's different when it comes to men because not everyone can rock the boat the same way. So.
But dicks also come in all shapes and sizes.
Exactly, but pussy is made up the same way, but not all dick is the same size. So.
I don't sit there and say that. So I have no no idea. I guess they have more confidence than me.
Why do some women think that they have a golden pussy when every woman has one?
A guy doesn't like a girl that doesn't have confidence. If you sit there and depict all of the things that you don't like about yourself, a guy's immediately gonna look towards those things, and he's going to be turned off.
There are a lot of narcissistic women out there that think that they're harder than what they really are, and all I really want from a woman is to be humble. I'm like, there's not a lot of humble women out there. There's a lot of women that are not humble. They'll be very cocky and arrogant. They think they're the finest thing walking. Don't get me wrong, there are gorgeous women out here, but with the concept of OnlyFans, there's so many girls out here getting it that they're like, why do you think you're superior? Like, I don't think, like, you know, I'm like the best thing walking, but there's so many girls out there that are like, they think they're better than what they're walking, you know what I mean? Like, they think they're above the walk.
Flex what you got. I think we all should think that. Manifest that shit.
Manifest that shit.
Why do you think in society there's a lot of talk about male privilege and white privilege, but not pussy privilege?
Shit. I don't know, actually. That's a really good question. That's a really good question.
So I think it's because as a society coming up, men were obviously more predominant throughout the centuries. We were the ones who hunted. We were the ones who fought the wars. We were the ones who built the infrastructure throughout centuries. And women essentially had a role at home. But as that progressed, men were more abusive towards women. Like, there's obviously the jokes that we make about, like, men in the 50s that would, like, come home from work if their dinner isn't made, they get beat, whatever. So women started having more independence. You know, we had women's voting movements and everything throughout the early 1900s. Bunch of different rights from all over, from different things. Excuse me, I've had a little bit to drink.
Go for it.
So women became more independent. Women became more common in the workforce, which created more of, okay, it kind of mixed together of, now that women are more independent, they don't necessarily have a privilege, but they have more, I guess, leniency. Because I don't think it comes down to privilege. I think it just becomes down to men still want to continue their roles as protectors towards women, and men still want to continue their roles as people who can provide for women in their lives.
It's still a scary topic, I think. I think, like, with all of, like sexual assault things, those are still, like, coming out, and so it's like nobody wants to talk about that.
Why do women want to earn just as much as men do, yet they still expect men to pay for everything?
Ooh. That I don't understand, because to me it's like, if I earn as much as a guy does that I'm dating, my thing is, like, I'm very big on, if I want myself as a female to be treated equally to you, and let's say we make the same amount of money, I'm always like, all right, you pay for this dinner, I'll pay for the next dinner. So I believe in it's equal down the road, like every side of it. So just like like when most people get married, guy pays for the engagement ring, the bride and her family pay for the wedding. So it's like, I think it should be split down the middle. So girls that expect, if they make more money or make the same, to say, like, you still buy me everything and I don't pay for anything, I don't think that's right. I think that's just, you know.
Why do women want to earn just as much as men do, yet they still expect them to pay for everything?
I don't expect men to pay for anything.
Men don't.
I'm a very independent woman.
Yeah, women are very independent, and that shouldn't correlate with how much we earn as a daily wage.
So if a guy were to ask you on a date, you don't expect him to pay for it?
No, I mean, like, that'd be nice, but, like, I'm not expecting that.
So if he took you to a restaurant that was hella expensive, you'd expect to split the bill 50-50?
I mean, yeah, if we're actually, like, talking and stuff, and we
first date,
I mean, I don't really care if it's 50-50. We're not in love.
They don't owe you anything, you don't owe them anything.
I think at the end of the day, every woman likes to be courted. In all seriousness, I think that every woman likes to be courted. I think that no matter, I've been on dates with guys who earn way more than I do and who earn way less than I do. And at the end of the day, I still expect the same respect as the fact of that I'm a woman and I just deserve to be courted.
I feel like if a guy wants me, then he should want to pay for me. And if I want a guy, and if I want to take a guy on a date, then I would pay for him. But I just feel like the vibe, like, if you're taking me out, then, like, and you plan to shit, then you probably should pay for me.
I know that you're drunk. Yeah. Tell me what you want after this club. You know you're nasty. Don't move around in my house, call a taxi.